brilliant evening to the nebula of intellects, Akashians, and our lovely audience. Can you feel the excitement in the air, Sai Pratiksha?
Yes, the atmosphere is tingling with the anticipation of the events to come. I, Sai Pratiksha,
And I, Arshamul,
are thrilled to be your hosts for this lovely evening. We are honored by your presence and hope you all have a lovely evening.
we extend our welcome to everyone to this majestic Toppers Talk Show. Our sole purpose of this auspicious occasion is to celebrate the Akashians who have massively succeeded and made all of us super proud.
So, without further ado, let's commence the program. A day without prayer is a day without blessing. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty with the soulful prayer by Avani S. Bhatt.
ವಂದಿಸುವುದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ ವಂದಿಸುವುದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ ಸಂದೇಹ ಸಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಯಾಜ್ಞೇದ ಗುಂಟು ವಂದಿಸುವುದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ ಸಂದೇಹ ಸಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಯಾಜ್ಞೇದ ಕುಂಟು ವಂದಿಸುವುದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ ಹಿಂದೆ ರಾವಣ ತಾನು ವಂದಿಸದೆ ಗಜಮುಖನ ನಿಂದು ತಪವನು ಗೈದು ವರ ಪಡೆಯಲು ಹಿಂದೆ ರಾವಣ ತಾನು ವಂದಿಸದೆ ಗಜಮುಖನ ನಿಂದು ತಪವನು ಗೈದು ವರ ಪಡೆಯಲು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷದಿ ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷದಿ ಬಂದು ವಿಘ್ನವನು ಆಚರಿಸಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷದಿ ಬಂದು ವಿಘ್ನವನು ಆಚರಿಸಿ ತಂದವರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಧರೆಗೆ ಇಳಿಸಿದನು ತಂದವರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಧರೆಗೆ ಇಳಿಸಿದನು ದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ ಸಂದೇಹ ಸಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿಯಾಜ್ಞೇದ ಕುಂಟು ವಂದಿಸುವುದಾರಿಯಲಿ ಗಣನಾಥನ
Now I request Dr. Mohammad Safi sir to welcome the dignitaries.
Among us, we have very eminent personality, respected Dhira sir, sorry. Sir started his career as a zoology faculty. Then he has given the charge of few branches in the South Zone, and under his very strong leadership and a very good team management, now in the South, means if you say Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, we have more than 50 branches with lakhs of students. So I don't think I have very good words to describe that kind of personality who has inspired many. So I will just call the respected Dheeraj sir on the stage. Please sir, please come on the stage. And I will like to call here Swati ma'am to welcome respected Dheeraj sir.
Second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one.
So Dheeraj sir is taking care of the entire South Zone, means Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. And sir is right now regional director. After the sir, there are other high level seniors who take care of a complete state. And in that, I would like to invite here our respected Sudhir sir. So Sudhir sir, please come on the stage. Sir has began his career as a botany faculty, and after that given a very renowned contribution to this field. Now sir is the territory head of the entire rest of Karnataka region. So please welcome Sudhir sir. Up to you kids.
किसी ने सही कहा है, दिया जरूर जलाएंगे, चाहे हमें ईश्वर मिले या ना मिले।
हो सकता है दीपक की रोशनी से किसी मुसाफिर को ठोकर ना लगे।
I hereby request respected Dheeraj sir, Sudhir sir and Vishwanath sir to come forward and light the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्
Thank you, sirs. Self-belief and hard work will always get one success. We have such an eminent personality here with us today, respected Dheeraj sir. I now respected Sudhir sir, respected Vishwanath sir and the academic heads of medical, engineering, foundation batches and the branch head to felicitate Dheeraj sir. Thank you, sirs. Music, once admitted to the soul, becomes a sort of spirit and never dies. I now request Sri Krishna Rao and Ishita Singh to dazzle us with their performance.
Ta ta tarigada tarigada dum tanakadum takadinna dinna dum tanakadinna ta ta tarigada dum tanakadum takadinna dinna tanakadinna dinna
दिल ये बेचैन वे
रस्ते पे रहन वे जिंदगी बेहाल है सुर है ना ताल है आजा सवरिया आ आ आ आ ताल से ताल मिला ओ ताल से ताल मिला
सावन ने आज तो मुझको भिगो दिया हाय मेरी लाज ने मुझको डुबो दिया
सावन में आज तो मुझको भिगो दिया हाय मेरे लाज ने मुझको डुबो दिया
ऐसे लगे चढ़े सोचो मैं ये खड़ी कुछ मैंने खो दिया क्या मैंने खो दिया चुप क्यों है बोल तू संग मेरे डोल तू मेरी चाल से चाल मिला
ताल से ताल मिला ओ, ताल से ताल मिला
माना अनजान है तू मेरे वास्ते माना अनजान हो मैं तेरे वास्ते
वास्ते माना अनजान हूँ मैं तेरे वास्ते।
मैं तुझको जान लूं तू मुझको जान ले, आ दिल के पास आ इस दिल के रास्ते। जो तेरा हाल है वो मेरा हाल है, इस हाल से हाल मिला हो,
ताल से ताल मिला ओ, ताल से ताल मिला।
दिल
ये बेचैन वे रस्ते पे रैन वे, जिंदगी बेहाल है सुर है ना ताल है। आजा सवरिया आ आ आ आ, ताल से ताल मिला ओ, ताल से ताल मिला, ताल से ताल मिला ओ, ताल से ताल मिला। थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you for that marvelous performance. Music isn't an art which can be easily perfected. Elements like hard work, keen and genuine interest are of utmost importance. Now we have Danyashri with her Bhava Gite, which signifies the glory of music.
ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೆಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ, ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೆಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ, ನಾಭಿಯಿಂದ ಹೊಮ್ಮಿಸ್ವರವು ನಾಭಿಯಿಂದ ಹೊಮ್ಮಿಸ್ವರವು ಹಾಯಬೇಕು ಕೊರಳಿಗೆ, ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೆಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ, ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ. ಸಪ್ತ ಸಾಗರದಾಳದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಾದ ಬಿಂದುವಿನ ಆಲಯ, ಸಪ್ತ ಸಾಗರದಾಳದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಾದ ಬಿಂದುವಿನ ಆಲಯ. ಈಜಿತಲುಪುವರೆಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂದೆ, ಈಜಿತಲುಪುವರೆಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂದೆ ಪಡೆಯಲದರ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ. ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೆಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ, ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ. ಶೃಂಗಗಿರಿಗಳ ತುತ್ತ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದೆಡೆ ಲಯವಿದೆ, ತಲುಪಬಹುದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೊಮ್ಮೆ, ತಲುಪಬಹುದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೊಮ್ಮೆ, ನಿರತ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಧನೆ. ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೆಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ, ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ. ದೇಹಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ಭಾವ ಬೇಕು ನಾದರಾಣಿಯ ಅಡಿಯೋಡು, ದೇಹಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ಭಾವ ಬೇಕು ನಾದರಾಣಿಯ ಅಡಿಯೋಡು. ಎಂದೋ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕರುಣೆ ತೋರಿ ಇನಿತೆ ಇನಿತು ಕೊಡುವಳು ರಾಗದಲೆಗೆ ಭಾವ ಬೇಸುಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು ಗೀತೆಗೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, then you'll be successful. Once again, a very warm evening to one and all present here. I, Ishita,
And myself, Sri Krishna.
are immensely honored to carry out the felicitation ceremony of NEET, engineering and foundation students.
I step harder, I step brighter. Now it's time to call the outstanding performers of the foundation batch.
I request Sudhir sir to felicitate the students.
Let's give a big hand to the little champs of Akash, Arpan Sarkar, NTSC Stage 1 qualifier.
I would like to request students to come along with their parents to have a photograph.
Now let's call upon to stage Aditi Sumesh Rao, top performer in IMO and NSO. Congratulations to all the foundation performers. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Let's now move on to the engineering category. We have Ankit Raghupati Pai, IOQM 2021 qualifier. Mohammad Adil Shabir, he's a top performer in JEE Mains with an impressive percentile of 99.6, including an AIR 3808 in advanced. Let's welcome to stage Hari Krishnan with an impressive 99 percentile in JEE Mains and an advanced AIR 4575. He is studying in IIT Delhi. We have now Chaitanya Bhargava Kumar Sharma with an percentile of 97. Let's have on stage Jason Linus Rodriguez, 87.3 percentile. We have P. Charudat, 86.9 percentile. Thank you, sir. The combination of the lilting melody, soulful lyrics, and someone to bring them to life is a truly wonderful phenomenon. Now we have Vasudeva with a Bollywood mashup.
हाँ यही रास्ता है तेरा, तूने अब जाना है। हाँ यही सपना है तेरा, तूने पहचाना है। तुझे अब ये दिखाना है। रोके तुझको आंधिया या जमीन और आसमां, पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा। लक्ष्य तो हर हाल में पाना है। मुश्किल कोई आ जाए तो, पर्वत कोई टकराए तो, मुश्किल कोई आ जाए तो, पर्वत कोई टकराए तो, ताकत कोई निकाले तो, तूफान कोई मंडलाए तो, बरसे चाहे अंबर से आग लिपटे चाहे पैरों से लाग पाएगा जो लक्ष्य है तेरा, लक्ष्य तो हर हाल में पाना है, सच्ची सी है ये तारीफ है, वो 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 सच्ची सी है ये तारीफ है, दिल से जो मैंने करी दे, जो तू मिला उसे जीना, दुनिया मेरी हमदम, ओ आसमां मेरा ज़मीं तो नहीं, यादे यादे पूरे हैं हम, तेरे नाम पे मेरी ज़िंदगी लिख दी मेरे हमदम, ना सीखा मैंने जीना जीना कैसे जीना, आसीका मैंने जीना मेरे हमदम, आसीका कभी जीना जीना कैसे जीना, आसीका जीना तेरे बिना हमदम। Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Vasudeva, for a stage-breaking performance.
Now let's go ahead with the outstanding performers of NEET. I request Dheeraj sir to felicitate the students. I would first like to call Aquin Linston Pinto with 650 marks on 720. To call Jessica Pinto, 630 marks. Now I would like to call Ananya N, 603 marks. Now let's call upon Harshita K with 584 marks. Now let's call upon Robin Gregory Miranda, 575 marks. Now let's call Avanti with 554 marks. Now let's have a big round of applause for all the NEET achievers. Thank you, Dheeraj sir.
Now I call upon the chief guest of today's program, Dheeraj sir, to address the gathering.
I was asking to Sudhir sir that are these all are our students who are anchoring and performing. It doesn't look like when they are getting time to even learn and they perform. I think this is the success mantra. When the girl was saying that success, happiness doesn't come after success. Happiness brings success. I think this is what, if you hear all the students who have qualified these examinations, you will come to know that this only success mantra with them was that they were happy. I was discussing in detail with Jashan also that how has been his journey, the performance, and even with the All India Rank 1 students also. So one thing I could find that they all have enjoyed this full journey of 1 or 2 years in which they are. But whereas on the other side, I see the students who are in class 11th, 9th or 12th or maybe repeating for 1 year, I feel they all are very stressed, very much tensed, that what will happen. So what's the problem? That you are not able to enjoy this journey. So I think the biggest lesson which is there, which we all need to learn, that whatever happens in the life happens for a good reason. That is not in your control. Future is not in your hand. Once APJ Abdul Kalam said that future is not in your hand. You cannot change your future maybe, but if you change your habits today, you can define your future for tomorrow. So I feel that if we are working on those habits, I will not take much of your time, but I want to discuss with few of the students who are here that how these students are performing, why few people are becoming successful, while others are not able to crack or qualify one or two other exams. What is different which is going on there? So when I analyze, when I meet, I hope this is not echoing. Is it echoing a lot in the back? Okay, last row, this is clear sound, right? Okay. So when I was meeting, because my subject is zoology, so say since past 10 years, I have been meeting, interacting with various students in various streams and categories. So one thing, and with my own personal observation with the people, I could find something is bit different, not the IQ per se. The success is not being defined by the IQ or the intellect which you are having. What I have found the contrary of this. I have seen many average or the mediocre students, the so-called, the society calls them that they are average performer students. They have done miracles and wonders in these examinations or maybe even in the later life also. So what I could find and analyze that these students, and maybe for that matter if you analyze any other person also who have done something remarkable. One thing I believe that we all want to do something big in life, isn't it? How many of us want to really do something big in this life? No? Very few of us? I think now, yes, now hands are there. We really want to make some impact. Maybe you are not saying, you are shying, but if given a chance, we all want to become maybe Kalam, Newton, Einstein. We really want to be known for something big over this planet. We really want to taste that success which is everlasting. I always differentiate between the success and the achievement. What we are celebrating here, that's one achievement. Success is little beyond that. Success is eternal. That lasts even after you. So I can say that APJ Abdul Kalam, Newton, Steve Jobs, they were successful people. They have left a very big legacy behind them. They have impacted the life of millions, not just their own family or the village or the city. So every one of us, naturally we want to become successful or famous over this planet in which we are living. And if you see, we have born as humans, and when you born as a human, you have got all the rights to leave behind bigger imprints, because we have been blessed with the higher cranial capacity, the capacity to think, learn, imagine and execute. That is the only uniqueness which humans are having. So having said that, if we really want to become great, I do not know how many of you really internally desire this, that I really want to do something different and something great when I am here over this planet. So what I feel that one remarkable difference between the students or the people who are doing something big and the other people who are living this life. So there can be two ways, either we pass our life or we live it. When I say pass our life, means whatever is coming in our life we are taking and going. Maybe some of us are complaining, cribbing, but somehow we are all living. Earning or having a job, earning some money, we can't say that we are living our life. We are just passing. We need food, shelter and the family. These are all the basic traits of even being human. We need all those things. When I say live your life, that means we are thinking something bigger which can really leave behind one imprint after you. So when I see that, I found one thing very stark in these students, that they have one clear goal, one clear aim or agenda in the life, that I really want to do something big. I do not know how many of you have that in your life, and I have seen sometime that goal or the agenda becomes so clear that they even know that if I am preparing for this examination or any of the task in my life, what is the end objective which I want to achieve? Where I will be landing if I do this. That is called as the power of goal. We do not have, just maybe say preparing for one examination, saying that I am preparing for JEE or the NEET doesn't solve the problem, because 16 lakh students are there in the NEET who are filling the forms. So it's a cutthroat competition there outside. By just saying that I am preparing for it, it doesn't reflect your goal. So what is then your goal? To what you can call that this is my real goal. So I believe that the goal is without which you cannot survive. The goal is which is living inside you every moment. The goal is, when you say that this is my goal, that means there is no other option. This is the only desire which I want to achieve in my life. Purpose can be multiple after that. That if I am doing this, what else I am going to achieve? So one thing I have found in many of these students, that they do not have one clear goal in life. What I want to do. Maybe if you say, if the medicine or the college is not very clear, that okay, that's fine. I really want to leave behind a bigger thing. I want to impact people around me. And that one goal, one desire which is living all the time inside us. It is not living, because now comes the second part. Why it doesn't live? Because most of us do not have a purpose. We study, and if you see our concentration during the studies, that's very much short-lived. After 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we lose our motivation from the studies. Our minds start running here and there. Why that's happening? Because there is no strong purpose behind the goal. Sometime we reach to the goal that okay, I want to do this in my life. I want to crack this examination. Now comes the next question. What is your purpose behind this goal? Why you want to do this? And when I say again the purpose, these things are very important. Say, achieving success, cracking any examination over this planet is the easiest task. Because in 90% of the exam, syllabus is well defined. If you say, or if you talk about NEET and JEE, I think Jashan is here, he will also further support it. 90 to 95% things are coming from defined pattern, defined syllabus. Then what's the problem? Why majority of them are not able to crack it? The problem is not in the subjects, the concepts and the depth. Problem lies somewhere else, which we are not able to understand or the address. That what is my goal and why I want to become doctor? What is the purpose of mine becoming as a doctor? What I am going to do? Which purpose I want to achieve through this? And if that purpose is not very close to you, we will be living in the life of distractions. Every 30 minutes, you will be roaming outside your room. Purpose can be any. Maybe you have lived in a family of the hardship. You have seen the problems in your family and you want to give a solution. You have seen that how strongly and how harshly your parents have been working, and you are not happy with it. Now you want to do something for it. And the purpose now for your goal of becoming doctor, the purpose is that I really want to, seriously want to contribute bigger into my family. It can be, maybe I want to do something for my community. I want to do something, means that's sole your own purpose. What is clicking you? Why you want to do what you are doing? If this is not clear, the second object, believe me, we will achieve something. Maybe we were not destined for it. Maybe we were destined for a bigger achievement. Why we think that Kalam can be only one? Why we don't think that yes, I can also be Kalam. I can also be Einstein. I can also be the Newton of tomorrow. Why can't? They were not having something different. The average students from the very poor families have made a difference. The only reason was that they were having one goal and they were having one purpose behind that goal. That why I want to do this. And when I say purpose, that means there is no alternate. There is no second option. I have to do this. So for example, I was just seeing that what is the meaning of having only one purpose in the life. So once one king thought that I will go and conquer one island. So he went with the army in the ocean and then they reached to the island. When they reached to the island, then they saw there are already few people living and they are also good in the fighting skills. Then that king thought that now this is going to be difficult because my infantry and my people were thinking there is no one, we will go there and easily we will conquer. But things are contrast here. So what that king did, he burned the ship with which the people had come to that island. Now, he knew very well. Now all the soldiers who came along with the king, they were having only one option. And the option was, have a battle here, win this island and then live here. So this is when I say that having a purpose, having a goal in the life, that means there is no alternate. There is no second thought about your goal or aim in the life. And then comes the third thing of this journey is the hard work. We cannot postpone hard work. You do hard work. You do hard work when exam comes. Maybe 5 days before, maybe 1 month before. What I am saying to you, that there is no shortcut to success. Everyone has given their sweat in the preparation and blood in the war to win it. So you need to contribute your share of sweat. If you are postponing it, we are doing a blunder. These examinations for which you are preparing and aspiring, they have a very well-defined system. What they need from you, preparation from day one. What they require from you, a daily hard work. And if we are committed for this hard work, whatever IQ, conceptual clarity, doubts you have, I can guarantee that you can make it happen. The problem with majority of us is that we are not ready to give that requisite share of hard work, which is needed in the life. And the fourth problem which I identify is that we are living in a life of distractions. And maybe one of the biggest distraction has become our mobile phone and all the gadgets where we remain very active throughout the time. When we are in student life, one student asked to me, what I should not do. In the simple line and simple statement, if you have to tell me, the student asked to me that what I should not do, then one line answer is, you should not waste your time in this 1 or 2 years of period. The time in which you are living, it is very precious. The people around you, the adult people around you, you must have heard, they all are saying that wish I could have done this. During my young age, I would have been at a different place. Wish I would have joined a different job. Wish I would have done something different in my life would have been different. Majority of the people live with this regret because they are not ready to do what is required to do at that moment. And for you being in the student life, the only thing which is needed is the study. And what is not required is the wastage of time. When I say wastage, mobile or the internet is a very good device to have knowledge, to have learning. But when it reaches to the Instagram, YouTubes, Facebooks, and so much WhatsApp chatting, then it's a wastage. Wastage means any activity which is not contributing towards your goal, because you have a goal. You have a purpose behind this. You want to study because there is a purpose. And if this mobile is helping in that purpose, use it. If that one friend with whom you are sitting, if that friend is helping you in this purpose, have the friends. If your relatives, if your father, mother, every person is helping you to achieve this goal of your life, listen to them. If not, then don't listen. Have that confidence inside you that I know myself better. I know what I have to achieve in my life. So what I mean with the distraction is that anything and everything which is taking you away from this goal. I don't want you to come out with this frustration that wish I could have done. Cracking NEET, not cracking NEET, cracking JEE, not cracking JEE doesn't make a big difference in life. All the people over this planet are not doctors, and neither we need. We don't need all doctors over this planet, right? We need various other people. Every profession has the equal respect. But what I want from you, that when you come out after 1 year or 2 years of preparation, you can say, I gave my 100%, which I could have given for this preparation. If in the day I can study 8 hours, I have studied 8 hours. If I can read NCERT 3 times, I have read NCERT 3 times. If I have to solve Iridov for physics, I have solved Iridov. What I am asking to you, the not result, that will frustrate you, that will bring you miserable, that will make you miserable. What I am asking to you is that give your 100% at this moment. Whatever contributes in this 100%, do it. If 30 minutes watching football makes you happy, relax. Watching 20 minutes Netflix gives you energy and a freshness, watch it, no problem. Problem is when this distraction becomes addiction. Addiction means you are not able to leave it. You want to leave the mobile, you are not able to leave. You are every minute you are checking WhatsApp. Has someone texted me something? What is the new update? You started watching TV for 30 minutes, you are watching for 2 hours. You started gossiping with your friends and you are gossiping for 2 hours. That's what is called as addiction. Drug is not the only addiction which is spoiling humankind. There are various other distractions which are spoiling us. Because we don't understand the value of the most precious resource, what you have. What do you think? Which resource is most precious for humans? Anyone, any idea? I can't hear you. Time. The most we are working here to save oxygen, save planet, save trees. You don't understand that the only resource which God gave you with a limited, definite time was the time. That it has a aging. After 30 years, 50 years, 80 years, everyone has got a packet of time. And this time is passing. Choice is yours. If you think someone will come from the sky looking for you in Mangalore in one road that please come, we want one more Kalam, why don't you become Einstein? There will be nothing, no sound from the sky for you. If you have decided that I want to become great, I'm saying let's come forward, let's take this pledge that this is why I want to study. This is why I want to go deep into my physics. Learning any subject is not a problem. Problem is that we don't derive a purpose, and when you don't have a purpose, it becomes stress for you. You start running away from it. But the moment you derive purpose out of your study, you will start enjoying. No problem. If I don't know physics, that's fine, that's very much okay. It is given in the books. There is nothing like rocket science which I need to explore in physics, it's given, I will read. If my topper of the class is studying 2 times, he is practicing books 2 times, I will practice 10 times. He is sitting 5 hours, I will sit 10 hours. Where is the problem? Because my goal is clear. My purpose is clear. I want to leave impact. I want to become great. But if you are happy being mediocre, if you are happy being wasting your time, no one can help you. Any coaching over this planet, any material over this planet, any motivational video over YouTube will not help. Until and unless you are not getting this inspiration from inside, why I should study. And until and unless we are not working on these distractions which are there in our life, and in this journey of life you will fail. The biggest traumatic word in our life is a failure. I am saying the more you start loving this term, more you will start enjoying your success. Every great person over this planet has been a great failure. You take any example for that matter. You know who invented bulb? I always give this example. Who invented bulb? How many times he failed? 10,000 times. A person failed thousands times before inventing one great thing. We are failing once in physics, we are having shivering. Second test, physics marks are not coming, we are changing the thought. We are leaving the dream of going to the AIIMS or the Bangalore Medical College, we are ready to compromise. Third time you fail, we are okay with KSET and fourth time, so I don't know what's going to happen then. The problem is not with failures. Failures are your mirrors. They are telling you that, look, this topic, this concept is weak. Let's work upon it. Don't compete too much with other people. Don't look around too much. You have seen the horses when they run earlier, the horse cart used to be there. So they used to put something here in the side of the eyes of the horse so that it's not seeing anything right and left. Same thing is required for you. You need not to compete every day with others. Compete with yourself and celebrate your own success. You got -5, today you got 5 marks. Give one chocolate to yourself. Celebrate yourself. These small steps will bring a bigger change in your life. And in the last, I will say to you that if you are not changing input, or rather I will say if you are giving same input, we have read in physics, we give some input and then some output comes. If you are giving same input, can we expect a different output? Can we expect? If you are giving the same input in anything, there will not be any different output. What different you did today than yesterday, that you are saying that I am aspiring to become doctor or engineer or CA. That means we are giving the same input daily, same habits, same activities, same work, and you are having another dream. It will not happen. Such kind of people are called as daydreamers. So in 16 lakh category, 11 lakhs more they have to reject. 15 lakhs people. Seats are hardly 80,000. So in 16 lakh, you can imagine how many students they don't want because seats are not there. So any exam for that matter. These are the exams of elimination. You are doing one mistake, they are very happy because they got a chance to eliminate. So my request to all of you is ask yourself daily, am I changing my input? What change I did today in my preparation, in my lifestyle, the way I managed my time today? And if there is no change, how the different result will come? It will not come. That's a harsh reality. You like it or you don't like it. That's going to be the truth. So if you really want to change tomorrow, my request to you is change today. Change something in your life. Change at least one habit. If you really want to become successful, or if you really want to leave some imprint behind, people are waiting for you. This world needs many more Kalam, many more Einstein, many more Newtons. There is a huge scope of the great people to invent something big. Choice is yours. You are happy being mediocre or the average, or you are not happy with it. You want to change it and you want to really do something bigger in life. So I hope you will take something from this discussion and you will change something, some delta from tomorrow in your preparation and the way you live your life. I believe that 1 degree delta will bring a greater impact when you travel for a longer duration. Thank you so much.
And now we have come to the important stage of today's program.
First time in the history of Karnataka with an impressive All India rank 5. Give a big hand to Kudlada Permada Mage, Jashan Chabra.
With KVPY A6 All India rank 171, NEET 2021 All India rank 05, in 715 on 720 marks, Karnataka State 1. to share his success story with the audience.
I have been studying here in Mangalore for the past 7 years. I came here in class 6th and till class 10th I was studying here at my home itself, and from class 11th and 12th I joined Akash Institute for 2-year course for 11th and 12th in preparation of NEET. So I hope many aspirants are here who would like to know more about me. I'm ready to share my experiences these 2 years, and would also like to tell you a lot of things which I feel like sharing. So some things I have achieved in these 2 years, these are mere examinations and not that great achievements as I consider them. So the first break was in KVPY SX examination in class 12, in which I got All India rank 171, which made me very happy. Then I even wrote JEE main exam just for fun, and yeah, it was mainly backed out with the excuse that I was practicing for NEET, but I mainly wrote it for fun. So I got a good percentile as well. Not gonna share that. So yes, and finally it came up till NEET. The exam got postponed once, so it was kind of okay. No, I carried on for few more months and I have reached till this destination. So I would like to thank my mother. She has been with me all this time. She has handled a stupid person like me for so many years, and I'm grateful to you, my mom. I'm also grateful to all my teachers present here. I would like to name them. My chemistry lecturer, Dr. Mohammad Safi sir. I have been fortunate to be taught by 2 physics teachers. My first physics teacher taught me 11th and 12th half. His name is Shivaram sir. My botany ma'am, Kasila ma'am. And again, I am fortunate to tell that I have been taught by 2 zoology teachers. In class 11 by Ruchika ma'am, and in class 12 by Praveen sir. And I have also been taught by so many other teachers, and I am very grateful to Sudhir sir also. He has also taught me botany. So I thank all of my mentors, counselors at Akash who have kept motivated me. And now let us talk a bit more about myself again. So what should I say first? Should I start with my preparation I have from the last 2 years? So I'll start with that. So I joined in class 11. I was totally shocked when I entered school. What is this new thing? I don't know even a shit about it. So many new things come up and we were like getting shocked. What is this happening? What is this? So at this moment it was very difficult to keep myself calm, and I decided I have to join any coaching as soon as possible. Otherwise I will freak out. So I joined Akash Institute in the month of June. I remember the date, June 6, 2019. So that was the day, my first day at Akash, and I got my first scolding on my first day. So that was something to learn from. And the process started on day 1 itself, and it was a bit okay, like first days everyone starts, but to continue it, it takes a lot of effort, and I used to back down at sometimes I used to not study at home, but I attended classes all the time, so this was something which I did, I'm happy about. And then in class 12, our favorite thing happened. Pandemic. Like at first I was very sad about it. Why is this happening to us? Why this time when we are in so much crucial states of our life? So, but behind there was some natural tendency to have fun also. So I joined Instagram and all that in class 12 and I used it the whole year. But I also enjoyed so many other things like my studies as well. So I'm very grateful to Akash Institute for keeping the learning going through the pandemic because it is very difficult to conduct offline classes and it was nearly impossible. So they came up with online classes very early and that is something appreciable. We had classes from 5 to 8 on our regular times. So we started to have building a routine again out of the pandemic at least a bit. So, but it was still not that indulging, at first. So at first many of them, including me, were distracted. So we used to have a lot of fun on phone and yes, as everyone knows about it. So, well, the pandemic continued, but the learning kept on going. One thing which I can tell the change which the pandemic brought on me was on the positive side mostly. The fact that in the class, till class 11, I had been studying only for the sake of exams. But now, as the pandemic came, I really began to feel interested in the subjects. And my real interest was in a non-medical side of physics. And it is now still, and I enjoy doing physics. So this interest was something that was new to me, and I started getting the kick out of it. Some people take the drugs and all, they get the kick out of it. I started feeling the same for the studies. So I used to, every topper show which has been conducted in the history, they will tell you how many hours they have studied. While I was preparing, I had one thought in mind. I'm never going to tell how much I studied because even I don't know how much I study. So I never counted how much I studied because I was getting a kick out of it and I wanted to take it as much as possible. So I studied as much as till it gave me tiredness, till I became tired. So because of that reason, I cannot tell you how many hours I have studied. Next thing about the timetable. Again, I am a loser at that. I was never successful in following a timetable. I was told to make a timetable hundreds of times, but I failed at it because I used to feel that something unexpected will happen and I will lose it. So I never thought of it. But I constantly kept in touch with my studies, even though it was not well planned and all, but I enjoyed my studies well. So that was something which helped me during the test also. Even though I did not plan much and I used to study on my own all the time, most of the time. So even though, because of even that was there, but still I managed to get good scores in the test. So I was getting confident that this can keep going. So I kept it going. So not making timetable is not a bad thing. You can still be a good student. You can still perform well. Only thing that requires is interest, not the bank interest. Interest, focus. So that is about it. So one key point I would like to mention here. Yeah, every time when someone comes to me, they'll be like, "Dude, तू कहाँ से आता है?" I'm like, कौन कहाँ से आता है? I'm like, तुम जैसे लोग कहाँ से आते हो? I'm like, घर से आते हैं. So actually, all of us are ordinary people. Even I am an ordinary person. And I would like to tell that I never dreamt of any college like that. Like people have their preferences before even they write NEET. They will be like, we want to join AIMS, we want to join this college. But as the study becomes harder, they feel demotivated. So keeping that thing in mind, I never preferred to choose any college because that would give me disappointment. So I kept on going. I got more interested in the subjects. I loved the studies and I never backed down from that. Now, to tell something extra about myself, not on the study side, is my hobbies. I like listening to music. How many know Coldplay? Yeah, I love that band. I also like to read books. So, has anyone read Cosmos by Carl Sagan? Cosmos? No one? It's a good book, you can read it. It shows how small we are in the terms of this universe. And when you understand how small we are in terms of this universe, you will feel more better. You won't feel that you need to become something great or that person is something great, or you won't feel fear of people. It is something humbling. And I used to like a lot of fiction books as well, Sherlock Holmes and others. I have enjoyed texting people when I was free, and I'm very grateful to have friends. Many friends are here also, and they are a very important part of my life. Like people say you have to be away from your friends because they will interfere in your studies. But I had made such friends which actually helped me in my studies, and I also helped them too. So I'm very grateful to have such friends, and without their support I wouldn't have been motivated to continue my strategies as I planned. I would also like to mention some more things. One person, actually a scientist, Richard Feynman, had inspired me during the lockdown period. I was feeling, why should I study a subject? Then I understood that I am studying a subject because I love it. Why am I able to score marks then, if I'm just doing the subject for the love of it? So again I got the answer back from myself, is that because I'm doing it for the fun of it. Because I'm learning in the process. I'm going deep enough to get the kick out of it. And one quote from Richard Feynman, which makes me more humble. I was an ordinary person who studied hard. There are no miracle people. It is just that they get interested into things and study all this stuff, but they are still people. So I am just another person out here who just managed to get a good score, but there are still a lot of things that I have to accomplish. I want to enter this medical field, not with the view that most of them would enter. Many of them would aspire to study in a particular college, that's why they enter, because they think life will be set. But I don't have that idea in my mind. I don't want my life to be set as it is. It would become boring. I want to try out new things in medicine. I want to invent something, to bring out something out of nowhere that can revolutionize the way we are seeing medicine in today's world. So, as a doctor, I have 3 specialties that I have picked out till now. General surgery, cardiology, and emergency medicine. The reason I picked up emergency medicine is a bit different from why I chose the other 2. 2 years back, while I was studying in 11th, my cousin's sister passed away. She was very close to me, and I miss her even now. And it was a situation of emergency medicine help required, which was provided to her, but still she succumbed to her injuries. I want to go into that field because I also want to help some other person's sisters and brothers, because I want to see them happy. I don't know what to speak next, so I would like to give some advice to my fellow mates. So first I want you to ask me some questions. I encourage a lot of questions from you.
Yes, to all the students present here. So you are going to get some important insights from Jashan. So I request all to take advantage of this. Hands, please raise your hands.
So first of all, I want to say I'm not writing for NEET because I took engineering and I'm writing for JEE Main. And as you said JEE Main, I wrote it for the fun of it. I won't say that, but I just want to know how you felt JEE Mains to be and why did you write it? You said it for fun of it, but any other reason why did you write
Yes,
JEE Main?
I wrote it for the practice for chemistry and physics for the purpose of NEET. So I thought it might help me in NEET. So the paper, as you asked, I found it easy, even easier as compared to NEET, the physics part actually. So I found it quite easy to comprehend, and even I tried some questions in maths as well, and I liked the paper. It was quite good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jashan. That was a great answer. Someone else in the house who wants some insights on how to get inspired to crack NEET or any competitive examination, please raise your hands. This is one wonderful opportunity you will get to talk to a student from AIMS.
How did you manage to study organic chemistry?
Good question. A very good question. So even after that, I will add something about inorganic as well. So first, let's answer about organic chemistry. And chemistry, as you know, it was taught to be my Safi sir. And there was some strategy behind his teaching. Like, you first read the theory, what are the reactions, what are the mechanisms. Once you understand the movement of atoms during a reaction, during a mechanism, you understand how the way it can go. So we think of different possibilities, different kinds of products. It has some link with the physics when you think, say, different ways an event could happen. So one way the event takes place more. So you investigate why this product is getting formed. So the organic chemistry is first understanding what is really happening, and then you learn it. So the way of learning is to first know what are the atoms taking part in the reaction and what are the possibilities it can go. You take the possibilities and weigh them, which is more probable according to the given conditions. So that's how you practice it. Now to learn it, to remember it, there are many techniques. I don't know much about it. So I used to write them and study. The best ways to write and to remember anything is to write and study. Because when you write, your mind is reading it. And it gets imprinted in your mind. And the more and more you practice writing it, the more it gets embedded in you. And the more easily you can bring it back when you are writing some test, or when someone is asking you a question on what kind of product can be formed from a given reaction. So the more questions also you practice also matters. If you are a NEET student or any JEE student, you will have a question list of organic bigger than any chapter. So the best thing to do is to practice those questions and think, was I able to solve each of them properly? Was I able to relate them to the mechanisms? And when you do that, you have cracked organic almost.
Yeah, thank you.
And about inorganic, I would like to mention a few things, is that it's completely or kind of 99% fact based. And those 99% fact based, you just have to remember. Now, how do you remember so vast? The facts are endless in inorganic chemistry. Again, the same thing, make points. You don't have to know everything, but you should know how much ever is possible. So know, write and study. This case, the inorganic part is quite complicated at times. New names come up, you have to remember new things, new processes, uses of things, and that takes a lot of time. So I want you to practice it consistently. I want you to learn it consistently, just like how you study biology.
My question is, how and who inspired you to study the subject which you didn't like it most?
Yes, that's a good question.
For me it is physics.
Good, good. I started loving physics only after I came into 12th. So the reason I started liking physics is when you know a person from that field. Just like how I came into the contact of Richard Feynman virtually. He's not there now. So I saw a lot of his videos describing the things in action, how physics is actually happening in real life. So when you do something for the love of it, you get more inspired to take it forward. That's what he had done. He was a physicist, theoretical physicist, and he developed a revolutionary way of looking at things, like quantum mechanics stuffs. So if he can develop new stuffs, why can't we do the same thing in medicine? And physics is important part for medicine as well. There is a deep meaning for having physics in our syllabus. People think physics is not for neat people, but it is really. It gives you the tech skills required for medicine. For example, you are given to solve a problem based on some mechanical stuff that is happening. Now, first thing what you do, you imagine it. You imagine how it is happening. Suppose two blocks are moving, you imagine how they might be moving when they are connected by a spring. You imagine the stuff first thing, and then you think what things are there in present, what kind of forces are there. And once you analyze what kind of forces, then you calculate the things. This is what happens in medicine. Suppose you are a surgery student, and suppose a new surgical technique appears, what will you do? You first read up and imagine what are they trying to really do. And once you imagine doing it in your imagination, then you read it more and understand the steps. And once you do that, you will go for practice. That is how things really work. And physics is an important part of our life. This light is shining, it is reflecting off me and it is coming to you. The sound, I am speaking to the mic, but how it is reaching to the speaker and how it is reaching to your ears, this is all physics. So when you understand that physics is natural, it is going to affect every part of your life, then you accept it as your own. When you accept something as your own, when you accept a person as your own, you feel comfortable with it. And when you feel comfortable with it, you know more about that person. You know more about the physics.
How is to manage your time?
Good question. So in class 11, it was quite difficult for me to manage time because new things already, and over that new coaching, because for the first time I was attending a coaching in my life, and it was quite hectic at times. So the basic thing is that you need to relax yourself up after anything. You come from school, you relax a little bit. That is a good advantage if you are in a CBSE school because the timings there are till 2:45. But in the state, you don't get that relaxation and you feel lot of hectic because I've seen my friends struggling through that phase, even till class 12. So the best thing is that you should not give up. You know, the time management is very tough thing. I could never make a timetable. It's a failure which I consider on my part, but still that is okay for me. But for you to manage time is very important. You should give time for self-study as well. So in school, you don't go too much deep with their activities. That is one thing I would like to suggest. Don't go too deep with your school activities because they will keep you a lot of engaged and then you won't get time for your coaching activities. And the coaching activity is more important actually. School will help you to get grades in the exams, like till even in your school tests and all, you might get marks like that only, even without studying. But in coaching, in competitive exam, that is not the case. You need to study very hard. You need to put a lot of hours of effort. But if you are not able to do that, then you are back. You are down. Even though how much percentage you scored in school exams, it won't matter there. So very important thing is to manage our time. Now how do we manage it? We come from school. So for the state people, I would like to tell this one. You leave the college at around 4:30 maybe. Now what your classes at Akash might be starting at 5. Now if they're starting at 5, you just have half an hour to freshen yourself up first of all, have some snacks, relax your mind out, and that's very less time for that. You need to sit down and relax. That's not happening. So you need to keep up with some daily habit of exercising first thing, morning, so that you won't feel that hecticness after your college, because morning exercise is very crucial for the whole day. A good breakfast and a good exercise are very important. So I want you to take care of those two things, and in the evening you definitely have to go to Akash. There is no backing down from that. But after Akash, you have a lot of time with yourself. 8 o'clock they will leave you. So from 8 till 12 during that day, you have 4 hours. Now it depends on you how you use those 4 hours. You go home, it might be around till 8:30, 8:45, sometimes even 9. So then you have your dinner, it will take another 1 hour and freshing up till 10. Remains you with 2 hours. Now in those 2 hours, what are you going to do? You have already studied a lot of things from morning till evening. What should you do? Should you learn something new or should you revise it? My suggestion is you revise what you have learned that day and do it every day. Don't back down from that. When you do it every day, when you revise in the evening what you have learned whole day, before going to any new thing, that's when it will be clear to your mind what you are doing. If you suddenly start some new topic out of nowhere after coming from the coaching and suddenly you lose a track of everything else which you have done till now. So sometimes people do that mistakes, but it's not bad to do mistakes. You should learn from them. So time management is very important skill.
Hi Jashin, so first of all congratulations. So I wanted to ask, during the last crucial months before your exam, like the last 5-6 months, so how did you manage them? Like because of the clashing of boards and everything, and maybe there are some people who have not really worked so hard during the first PU and maybe even the second PU half, and then they just like woke up and they want to work hard and they realized it, and what would you like to tell them?
Very important question pointed out here. So in the last few months of preparation, if you are preparing for any exam, NEET, boards or anything, you need to cut down on social interactions. Restrict interactions with people, because if you go on interacting with them, what will happen is that you will lose yourself in the midst of it. You will lose your preparation. So one thing I personally felt that you should keep more to yourself, be happy. That's the best thing. If you are happy with yourself on what you have done on that day, you have done an achievement actually, if you are happy. And that happiness is what we should be after. The happiness at the end of the day, when you have completed all your work, when you are contented with everything, that's when you are built up for the next day. Your brain builds itself for the next day in a positive manner. And that is even more better for the next day, because you will perform even more better. So this thing is very important in the last few months of NEET. So you must keep yourself motivated. Talk to some good people like your parents. You know, they are the ones who have brought you till here, and in this last phase of preparation, you need to take their blessings. Pray to God to not carry you past all this, but give you power to do this. Don't let God solve your problems. Help God to solve your problems with your own hand. So this there will be a lot of tests going on during the preparation in the last few months, and many people miss them out because they say that their boards are clashing and all that stuff. So okay, you prepare for boards also, no issues. There is no bad harm doing that. But please, don't miss out on tests given for coaching, given for your NEET preparation, because that's what counts. That's what counts. That is your future. That is your career. So give more importance to your career. Attend all the tests. And even if you score less, what's the point? Should you give up? No, never. You should never give up on that case also. You should never feel demotivated if other person gets more than you. So, very important thing is that you should never compare yourself with anyone. And because when you do that, you are putting yourself down by comparing with others. So don't do that. Put yourself up by comparing with yourself. So limit your interactions, keep yourself motivated, attend all the tests, and don't read anything new in the last month. When you read anything new, it will put pressure on you because you might think there might be something more new things that you have not learned. So don't do anything new. Revise what you have learned till the date and be contented with it. Like, do the thing and don't expect what will happen. I would like to quote Lord Krishna on this case. Karam karo, par phal ki ichha na rakho. Do the work, but never expect anything out of it. That's what motivates me. Because when you expect something out of it, you expect something very large, and sometimes you don't get it. And that's when you get disappointment. And that disappointment will lead you to depression, and I don't want you to go in depression. So be happy. Be happy that you have done something, that you have written that test that day, even though you didn't get that much marks. Be happy that you tried your best. Be happy that you are the one who was struggling hard, that you will be proud of yourself one day.
Yes, thank you so much, Jashan. And one thing which I want to express here is that me personally and all the students present here have to understand that you being accomplishing such big things but sticking to the ground, passing on your experiences. So this is one thing which we all have to learn and take in after we accomplish our goals. So being grounded is one thing which I have personally learned from you. Thank you so much.
Now I would request Jashan's mother to share her thoughts with us.
It was my dream when he was very small. I thought I will put him in Akash because all were saying to me, Akash is the best, Akash is the best. First of all, it was not there. I called when he was in 10th class, Delhi branch. I asked whether you will open here branch or not. They told we are planning but not sure. I was fully upset. Where will we go now? Then I planned to go back Punjab. My hometown is in Punjab. Then one day I and Jashan went outside. I saw the advertisement. There they are opening. Then I called here. Only 2 days were remaining NT exam. Then I told Jashan, write NT exam. He wrote NT exam and he got very good rank. After that I put him. I'm very happy. I put here in Akash and he got this rank. Full credit goes to faculty, Safi sir, Kesila ma'am, physics sir. I'm very proud, Jashan, you taught. I'm very happy.
Last piece of words from me is that follow your passion. That's what is important. Don't become a doctor because your parents want to become a doctor or your parents want to become an engineer. Work for yourself. Your life, it's in your hands. If you are interested in medicine, go for it. If you are interested in engineering, go for it. But do it with passion, do it with hard work. Never forget that hard work that your parents have done for you. And the way you will do your hard work in your studies will reciprocate in future. So don't think too much about things. Don't listen too much to people about what they say bad about you or anything. Don't listen to them. Just be yourself. Motivate yourself that you can do something in life, because it's life. The biggest test of our life is life itself. It's not NEET nor JEE, nothing else. It's life itself. There will be a lot of problems coming in your way, and I want you to be successful in solving those problems of your life, and at the end leaving a great legacy behind you. Thank you everyone for listening to me, and I wish you a brightest future ahead.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. I now request Dheeraj sir and Sudhir sir to felicitate our amazing faculty. Academic Head, Engineering, Physics Faculty, M. Prabhakar Rao sir. Academic Head, Medical, Chemistry Faculty, Dr. Mohammad Safi sir. Academic Head, Foundation, Physics Faculty, Swati B. Madam. Chemistry Faculty, Engineering Wing, Ramana Babu sir. Mathematics Faculty, Engineering Wing, Mohammad Danish sir. Peters, Madam. Zoology Faculty, Medical Wing, Praveen Gaud, Sir. Physics Faculty, Medical Wing, Nagaraj Rao, Sir. Chemistry Faculty, Foundation Wing, Ravi Shankar, Sir. Biology Faculty, Foundation Wing, Pooja Shukla, Madam. Thank you, Dheeraj sir, and thank you, teachers.
Now, I kindly request Sudhir sir to remain on the stage. Thank you, everyone. I guess something is missing. Can you guess what it is? Exactly. So, to make all of us cheerful, here I call upon Dhaneshri with a beautiful dance performance. Let's all put our hands together and welcome her.
ಧಿಮಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ರಕ್ಕತ್ತುಂ ತುಂ ತುಂ ತಾರಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಾರಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ರಕ್ಕತ್ತುಂ ಧಿಮಿಟ್ಟ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ಧಿಮಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ರಕ್ಕತ್ತುಂ ತುಂ ತುಂ ತಾರಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಾರಿಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ರಕ್ಕತ್ತುಂ
Let's welcome Prabhakar sir, not for any physics class, but for a beautiful song performance. Welcome, sir.
नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए, हमको तरसाए। पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को, प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को। ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वत जब चूमते हैं अंबर को, प्यासा प्यासा अंबर जब चूमता है सागर को। प्यार से कसने को, बाहों में बसने को, दिल मेरा ललचाए, कोई तो आ जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए। ठंडे ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए, तपती तपती किरणें जब हालों को छू जाए। ठंडे ठंडे झोंके जब बालों को सहलाए, तपती तपती किरणें जब गालों को छू जाए। सांसों की गर्मी को हाथों की नरमी को मेरा मन तरसाए, कोई तो छू जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए। छम छम करता सावन बूंदों के बाण चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए। छम छम करता सावन बूंदों के बाण चलाए, सतरंगी बरसातों में जब तन मन भीगा जाए। प्यार में नहाने को डूब ही जाने को दिल मेरा तड़पाए, ख्वाब जगा जाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए। ला 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 la 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 la. Thank you. Thank you.
Dance is the joy of movement and the heart of life. Now, I call upon Kushi Salyan to mesmerize us with her incredible dance to the song Garmore Pardesiya.
रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए।
always holds a special place in the hearts of all Indians, right? So now to enhance our patriotism, here I call upon Mohammed Salit with a patriotic song. Welcome Mohammed Salit.
भारत मेरी जान, भारत मेरी शान, लेके मोहब्बत का पैगाम आए हो। भारत मेरी जान, भारत मेरी शान, लेके मोहब्बत का पैगाम आए हो। ज़ुल्मत को मिटाने, रोशनी पहलाने, गफलत से जगाने, सबके दिलों को मिलाने। भारत मेरी जान, भारत मेरी शान, लेके मोहब्बत का पैगाम आए हो। हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई एक दूजे की जान, मिलकर रहते हैं यहाँ पर ये है हिंदुस्तान। हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई एक दूजे की जान, मिलकर रहते हैं यहाँ पर ये है हिंदुस्तान। एक दूजे पे है मर मिटते इनकी है पहचान, पहला है हम सारी जगत पे है प्यारा पैगाम, सबके दिलों को मैं मिलाने आया हूँ, मानवता की शम्मा जलाने आया हूँ। मेरा भारत जिंदाबाद, मेरा भारत जिंदाबाद, बोलो मेरा भारत जिंदाबाद। भारत मेरी जान, भारत मेरी शान, लेके मोहब्बत का पैगाम आए हूँ। റൂഹിന്നിൽ പിരിയുന്ന നിമിഷം അരികിൽ വരാമോ ഹബീബേ, മൗത്തിന്നിൽ അനയുന്ന നേരം മുത്തം തരാമോ നിലാവേ, റൂഹിന്നിൽ പിരിയുന്ന നിമിഷം അരികിൽ വരാമോ ഹബീബേ, മൗത്തിന്നിൽ അനയുന്ന നേരം മുത്തം തരാമോ നിലാവേ. അടരും ഇന്നെൻ്റെ കൺകൾ, തളരും എൻ്റെ കൈകൾ, ഇടരും എൻ്റെ നൊടികൾ. തേൻമലരെ അരികിൽ അങ്ങൊന്നു വന്നാൽ, അരിവാൽ മുഞ്ചു തന്നാൽ, ആ ദിനമെന്നിൽ ചേർക്കാമോ യാ റസൂലേ യാ ഹബീബേ. റൂഹിന്നിൽ പിരിയുന്ന നിമിഷം അരികിൽ വരാമോ ഹബീബേ, മൗത്തിന്നിൽ അനയുന്ന നേരം മുത്തം തരാമോ നിലാവേ. അവസാന ശ്വാസം ഞാനെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ കസ്തൂരി ഗന്ധം നിറച്ചിടുമോ, ആരും കേൾക്കാൻ കൊതിക്കും വചനം എന്നുടെ കാതിൽ ചൊല്ലിയിടുമോ. അവസാന ശ്വാസം ഞാനെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ കസ്തൂരി ഗന്ധം നിറച്ചിടുമോ, ആരും കേൾക്കാൻ കൊതിക്കും വചനം എന്നുടെ കാതിൽ ചൊല്ലിയിടുമോ. അങ്ങല്ലാതാരാണ് എന്നിൽ തണലായി ആരാണ്, അങ്ങല്ലാതാരാണ് എന്നിൽ തണലായി ആരാണ്. റൂഹിന്നിൽ പിരിയുന്ന നിമിഷം അരികിൽ വരാമോ ഹബീബേ, മൗത്തിന്നിൽ അനയുന്ന നേരം മുത്തം തരാമോ നിലാവേ. റൂഹിന്നിൽ പിരിയുന്ന നിമിഷം. Thank you.
Dance is the hidden language of the soul, says Martha Graham. I now request Amrita M, Anisha D'Souza and Srilakshmi VM to showcase their extravagant dance.
I can still feel the vibes on the stage. Even I feel like dancing. Now, get ready to tap your beats to a beautiful song performance by Jamila.
मैं तो बादलों से दूर जाऊंगी, मैं तो अपना ही सुर पाऊंगी, है जो क्रेजी क्रेजी सपने मेरे सारे चुन के मैं बुन आऊंगी। हम माना इस दुनिया की हो ही नहीं, मैं अपने ही दुनिया बनाऊंगी कि एक जिंदगी मेरी जिंदगी मेरी सौ ख्वाहिशां, मैं पूरी तरह के एक जिंदगी मेरी सौ ख्वाहिशां, मैं जीना मैं पूरी तरह, मैं जीना मैं पूरी तरह। सबकी रोक है टोक है, नोक है जोक है, पर दिल में फिर भी होप है ना। लाइफ थोड़ी हार्ड है, अंधे के कार्ड है, पर हम भी तो स्टार है ना। के माना इस दुनिया की हो ही नहीं, मैं अपने ही दुनिया बनाऊंगी। ओ
Every time you put me down, I will rise up and shine again like a phoenix burst into flame. Now, let's give it up for Ishita, who will captivate us with a beautiful rendition of Warrior by Demi Lovato. To make this even more fun, please switch on your mobile flashlights and wave them.
Just to let it go. I need to take back the light inside you stole. You're a criminal, and you steal like you're a pro. All the pain and the truth I wear like a battle wound. So ashamed, so confused, I was broken and bruised. Now I'm a warrior. Now I've got thick as skin. I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than I've ever been. And my armor is made of steel. You can't get in. I'm a warrior, and you can never harm me again. Out of the ashes, I'm burning like a fire. You can save your apologies. You're nothing but a lie. I've got shame, I've got scars that I will never show. I'm a survivor, and always then you know. 'Cause all the pain and the truth wear like a battle wounds. So ashamed, so confused. I'm not broken or bruised. 'Cause now I'm a warrior. Now I've got thicker skin. I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than I ever been. And my armor is made of steel. You can't get in. I'm a warrior. And you can never hurt. There's a part of me I can't get back. A little girl grew up too fast. All it took was once. I'll never be the same. Now I'm taking back my life today. Nothing left that you can say. 'Cause you were never gonna take the blame anyway. Now I'm a warrior. Now I've got thicker skin. I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than I ever been. And my armor is made of steel. You can't get in. I'm a warrior. And you can never hurt me again. Oh, ooh, yeah. And you can never hurt me again. Thank you.
Bare necessities, it's just bare necessities. Now it's very, very necessary to call these beautiful girls to the stage to have more cuteness. So now I welcome Aditi and Akshata onto the stage, please.
Hey, you seem deep in thought. What's on your mind?
I was wondering how awesome it would be to live simple lives with simple things.
What do you mean?
You know, not worrying about stuff like a bear in the wild.
But what does a bear even need in life?
Oh, you know, the bare necessities.
Oh, I barely understand that concept.
Let me explain it to you. You'll get it then. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, all Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home.
The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at the fancy ants,
Then maybe try a few.
or maybe not.
Anyone else wanna give it a go?
I don't think so.
That's fair.
The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. We mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Now when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear,
And you prick a raw paw, well next time, beware.
don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a pear, try to use the claw.
But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pair of the big paw. Have we given you a clue? The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Well, I guess I get what you mean.
Yeah, with the bears of the necessities, you can live like a queen.
of life. Thank you. Now put your hands together as we welcome Jamila for a wonderful song performance.
नैनो वाले ने छेड़ा मन का प्याला, छलकाई मधुशाला, मेरा चैन रैन नैन अपने साथ ले गया। नैनो वाले ने आहा, नैनो वाले ने, नैनो वाले ने छेड़ा मन का प्याला, छलकाई मधुशाला, मेरा चैन रैन नैन अपने साथ ले गया। पग पग डोलू रे हो, पग पग डोलू रे, डगमग से मैं चलती हो, जगमगलों से जलती, तेरे नैनों की कैसी मदिरा, थर थर कांपूर तेरे तीर से चिपटी, चंदन पे नाग से लिपटी, मैं बेहोश तो नशा, ऐसी मोह की दशा, मेरा चैन रैन नैन अपनी साथ ले गया। नैनो वाले ने आहा, नैनो वाले ने, नैनो वाले ने छेड़ा मन का प्याला, छलकाई मधुशाला, मेरा चैन रैन नैन अपनी साथ ले गया।
Music acts as a magic key to which even the most tightly closed hearts open. I invite Danyashri and Avani S. Bhatt to sing us a song which will surely get us all a beat.
పింగాగపోరి 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 పింగా మన పింగ్యాని మాల బోలవలి రాత ఖాలవలి పోరి పింగా
सज सज दे
artists are people who find a way to be themselves even in their art. Now, we have Kushi Salyan to amaze us with a beautiful dance performance.
तुम धड़क चिक तुम धड़कन बोले जब तू छत पे आए, नैन लड़ा के तुझसे मन मंदिर में जिंगल बेल हो जाए। तेरा हसीन चेहरा आहा मेरे लबों से निकला वहाँ, ढूंढ गूगल पे जाके मिलेगा मजनू मेरे जैसा कहा। पूरी पलटन के साथ लेके बारात बलमा ये तेरा नाचे। जिंग 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 जिंग
Great souls are never really gone. They always live on in our hearts. One such great soul was Puneet Rajkumar sir, a gem of a person who touched hearts and lives with his actions. We now have Vasudeva, Sri Krishna Rao and Mohammad Salit to sing us a song in his memory.
ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀವೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ. ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀವೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ. ಹೊಸ ಬೆಳಗೊಂದು ಹೊಸಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಬೆಳಗಿದೆ ಮನೆಯ ಮನಗಳ ಇಂದು. ಆರಾಧಿಸರಾಜರತ್ನನು ಆಡಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು, ಎಂದು ಸೋಲದು ಸೋತು ತಲೆಯ ಬಾಗದು. ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ. ಗುಡಿಸಲೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಅರಮನೆಯಾಗಲಿ ಆಟವೇ ನಿಲ್ಲದು, ಎಂದು ಆಟ ನಿಲ್ಲದು. ಹಿರಿಯರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಕಿರಿಯರೇ ಬರಲಿ ವೇದವೇ ತೋರದು, ಎಂದು ವೇದ ತೋರದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲದ ಹಾಗೆ ಬದುಕಿರುವ, ಆಕಾಶ ನೋಡದ ಕೈಯ ಹಿಡಿದು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಹಂಚಿರುವ, ಜೊತೆಗಿರು ನೀನು ಅಪ್ಪನ ಹಾಗೆ ಹನ್ನೆರಗಾಯೋ ವಿನಗಿಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ. ನಿನ್ನವು ಪಡೆದ ನಾವು ಪುನೀತ ಬಾಲು ನಗು ನಗುತ್ತ. ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀವೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ.
ದೀಪವಿದು ನನ್ನ ದೀಪವೇ ಇದು ಆಡಿಸುವ ತನ ಕರುಣೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾತ್ರವು ಸಮಯದ ಸೂತ್ರವನದು ಒಂದು ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಕಥೆಯ ಹೇಳಿತು ಈ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಆ ಕಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ರಾಜ ನನಗೆ ನೀನು ಬಂದೆ ಯೋಗವು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಒರೆಯುವುದು ನಮಗೆ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಒಂದೇ ಉಳಿಯುವುದು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಸೂರ್ಯನೊಬ್ಬ ಚಂದ್ರನೊಬ್ಬ ರಾಜನೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ಈ ರಾಜನೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆಡಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು ಬೀಳಿಸಿಯೇ ನೋಡು ಎಂದು ಸೋಲದು ಸೋತು ತಲೆಯ ಬಾಗದು ಬೊಂಬೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೈತೆ ನೀನೇ ರಾಜಕುಮಾರ
Well, don't you think this was a marvelous evening? Well, as all good things must come to an end, so must this program.
If you want to think bad enough, go out and fight for it. Work day and night for it. Give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it.
If only a desire of it makes you quite mad enough never to tire of it, makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it.
If life seems all empty and useless without it, and all that you scream and you dream is about it,
if dogged and grim you beseech and beset it, you'll get it.
Now I will hand it over to Ashwin Prabhu sir for the vote of thanks. Welcome, sir.
It's indeed a pleasure to give such a program here. First of all, I would thank respected RD sir, Dhiraj sir, for taking his valuable time and being here for the whole day with us, sir. Thank you, sir. And in front of you from Mangalore branch, with front of all the audience, we would like to say, sir, there are more celebrations to come for Mangalore from Akash. And I would also like to thank all the principals, faculties, and every school and institution of Mangalore who have supported us, who have nurtured their kids and given to us to train them more, to achieve more. And we promise all the institutions here also that we will stand up to their expectation to support their kids and definitely get them good results. Thank you all the institutions of Mangalore. I would also thank respected Sudhir sir, the territory head for academics, for being with us and helping us organize the entire and guiding us. Thank you, sir. We have Vishwanath sir, who is the area business head, who is heading the Roka region. Thank you, sir. Thank you for guiding us and supporting us. And I would also thank all the faculties, the team of faculties, medical, engineering and foundation, for giving us the entire support and making this celebration happen. Because of them, these celebrations are. And definitely a round of applause, a big round of applause for all the faculties, the team of Akash, and we have our operations, business team also, who have organized this event, and every people of Akash, I would like to thank. And definitely a big round of applause and thanks to all the parents and students who are with Akash. A big round of applause. Can I hear it louder? Louder. More louder. Yes. This is for all the parents and students of Akash. And thank you. Thank you all.